The last pale stripes of light were fading quickly behind the city's expanse that evening. The street, still damp from a recent rain, glimmered thinly. The streetlights had not yet flickered to life, and the street was hanging suspended in that breathless squinting moment between light and dark. I was on my way home from what had been a difficult job, leaving me exhausted and grim. I took long steps, my hands balled into fists, shoved deep into my pockets. It was chilly, not a biting cold, but a murmuring one. A cold that sent its pallid hands lightly creeping along your skin. Whispers of touch that raised goosebumps, hair, and suspicion. I felt my heart rate quicken. My breathing became labored. I paused. Eyes fluttered shut, and I heard the muted crunch of a single footstep behind me. Then, nothing. There was someone following me. I set off at a dead run, all springs and gears turning, and now there was no mistaking it. I most certainly had a pursuer. I didn't look back. I only ran, my feet slapping pavement hard, jarring. We ran together, my pursuer and I, a manic high-stakes dance, through side streets, back alleys, and over garbage cans. Finally, we reached my street. I jumped one-handed over a fence, through a backyard, and ran to my front stoop. I reached my front door, a mad scramble with my keys. I knew, if I could only make it to the basement before I was caught, I would be home free. I ran to my basement door, shoved it open, then tore down the stairs, jumping down the last 2 steps before hiding into the shadows. My pursuer slowed as he crept down the steps of my basement, each footfall descending him further into the murky gloom. A weak ray of light shining down the basement stairs allowed me to see my pursuer's hand, brushing and feeling his way along the cold basement wall, searching for a light switch. I heard his every breath, ragged, heavy, and wet. As his hand met with the light switch, he quickly flicked it on. I watched as the man in the blue uniform stood frozen in terror as his gaze swept over the room, from the blood-stained walls to the gory freezer in the corner to what was left of my previous dinner on the surgical table. He didn't hear me creep up behind him. I emptied a full syringe into the flesh of his neck. "Well, officer," I whispered into the policeman's ear as his body went limp, "looks like you've solved this case." A maniacal grin crept its way across my lips.